Good morning and welcome to Adult Story Time this morning. We're still taking stories and poems for our adult story time that have military or servicemen and women topics. The author of today's poem is Becky Dietrich. Many of you may recognize the name through her artwork. But did you know that she authored 4 books and wrote many articles for the Record Herald and the Public Opinion about local history, including Fort Ritchie and Mont Alto? I had the opportunity to work with Becky for several years in military programs. She was able to come in and provide history programs. She was able to provide printed material for displays. She was very, very active in the local history and supporting the military. Part of that, I think, comes as a result that she was married to Colonel Dietrich, who for a while served as post commander at Fort Ritchie. In addition to the books that she's authored and the newspaper articles that Becky has written, she was also post historian at Fort Ritchie from 1970 to 1972, and she was actively involved in the museum plans for Fort Ritchie. Today's poem by Becky Dietrich is Loving a Soldier. Loving a soldier is not all play. In fact, there's little of it gay. It's mostly having, but not to hold. It's being young and feeling old. Loving a soldier is all milk, no cream. It's being in love with a misty dream. It's getting a valentine from a southern camp. It's sending a letter with an upside down stamp. It's hoping for leaves you know won't come. It's wondering if he will ever get home. And when he does come, it's laughter together, unconscious of people, of time, and of weather. It's hearing him whisper his love for you, and your answering whisper that I love you too. And when comes the ring and the promises of love, and knowing you're watched by the Father above, and loving a soldier's goodbye at the train, and wondering if you'll ever see him again, and reluctantly, painfully letting him go, when inside you're crying for wanting him so. Then you watch the mail for word that he's safe, and wait through a long, dragged out, no-letter space. And your feet are planted in sand, not sod, and your source of strength comes only from God. Loving a soldier is undefined fears, and crying until there are no more tears, and hating yourself, the world, and the war, and stamping and kicking till you can't fight anymore, and giving up. You are kneeling and then praying, and really meaning the prayers you are saying. And when mail comes, you babble with joy, and you act like a baby with a shining new toy. And you know he's an ocean away, and you'll just keep loving him more every day. You're proud of the job he's helping get done. You don't care anymore if loving isn't fun. And you grit your teeth and muster a grin. You've got a job, and you'd better help win. And then comes your birthday. You're a year older today, but you feel just the same as you did yesterday. You're not. You've changed. You're wiser. You're more strong. You can weather this war if it's 20 years long. You'll work your job and you'll sweat every hour of the day. Your job will be hard, but you'll earn all your pay. You're tired and you're weary, but you're doing. You're helping a soldier to win over there. So loving a soldier is bitterness, tears. It's loneliness, sadness, unidentified fears. It is nothing to take for a darn lot of giving. No, loving a soldier is really not fun, but it's sure worth the price when the battle is done. And that poem was Loving a Soldier, written by Becky Dietrich. Thank you for joining us today for our adult story time. We're glad you could join in. Until next time, stay safe, be healthy, and have a wonderful week.